It is time we talk about the hottest team in the NHL today, the Arizona Coyotes. Last night, the Yotes picked up their 5th consecutive win, which is the longest active win streak in the NHL, over the Washington Capitals thanks to an offensive explosion in the first period where they scored 5 of their 6 goals, and thanks to another fantastic outing from Connor Ingram, who picked up his 2nd shutout of the season. That is now 11 wins for Connor Ingram in just 14 starts. He's rocking a .930 save percentage and a 2.23 goals against. He has been unbelievable for Arizona. What a waiver claim Connor Ingram has turned out to be. And I think it's safe to say that this 5-game win streak that the Arizona Coyotes are currently on is one of the most unique 5-game win streaks in NHL history. Reason being, all 5 of these wins have came against the last 5, or I guess last 6 I should say, because Tampa Bay won back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. Their first win of this streak came over the Vegas Golden Knights by a score of 2-0. They then beat the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-1, the Colorado Avalanche 4-3 in overtime, the St. Louis Blues 4-1, and of course Washington 6-0 last night. As you might have guessed, the Arizona Coyotes are the first team in NHL history to defeat the 5 most recent Stanley Cup champions in consecutive games. I mean, what are the odds that the NHL schedule works out so a team has to play the 5 most recent Stanley Cup champions in a 5-game stretch? The odds of that happening have to be insanely low, and the odds of that happening and winning all 5 of those games have to be even lower. The Yotes are absolutely buzzing right now. The win last night improves their overall record on the season to 13-9-2, good for 28 points, 4th place in the Central Division, and they currently occupy the first wildcard spot in the Western Conference. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with MoneyPuck.com. They do NHL playoff odds throughout the season, and currently, based on their model, the Arizona Coyotes have the 6th highest odds to make the playoffs in the Western Conference at 64.6%. Some more odds that are in favor of the Arizona Coyotes making the playoffs. I'm sure a lot of you have heard this stat before, but 76.7% of teams that are in a playoff spot at American Thanksgiving go on to make the playoffs. We are now almost 2 weeks past American Thanksgiving, and like I mentioned, the Arizona Coyotes are clinging on to the first wildcard spot in the Western Conference, and pretty comfortably right now as well. Now, when it comes to any win streak, it's not just because it's the Arizona Coyotes. You have to ask the question, is this sustainable? And if you look at the numbers, the Arizona Coyotes are getting outplayed and outchanced on most nights, but they are winning games thanks to timely goal scoring, fantastic goaltending, and great special teams. And those 3 things can take you a long way. And they're not just relying on and getting carried by their stars. Sure, Clayton Keller and Nick Schmaltz have been fantastic, but this Coyotes team is getting production up and down the lineup. Michael Carcone, an undrafted 27-year-old getting 4th line minutes, leads the team in goals with 12 in 23 games. There are 10 players on the Arizona Coyotes roster that have already hit double digits in point totals. The offense is getting it done by committee. The special teams have been great. Connor Ingram is playing like a Vezina Trophy candidate, and all those things have propelled the Arizona Coyotes into a position over a quarter of the way through the season as to where they should be viewed as a legit threat to make the playoffs. As always, I want to know what you guys are thinking, especially if you're a fan of the Arizona Coyotes. Sound off down below in the comments. Give me your thoughts on the team up until this point in the season, and leave your prediction on if you think the Coyotes will ultimately make or miss the playoffs. If you guys enjoyed this quick video, please be sure to leave it a like. That is the best way to show your support. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want NHL content just like this all year round, and I'll talk to you all again soon.